Bum, 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 bum. So I'm a little bit confused. I'm live streaming right now because I was under the impression that we are getting another preview for the Warhammer Skulls. Initially, it was like the first till like the fourth or something like that. It was a few days. I don't see anything yet from the Warhammer's channel, and yeah, I am confusion at the moment. I am confusion. Let me just make sure all my things are running properly here. I think they are. Right? We running? We running. So, I don't know. Like, are we not doing anything today? I was kind of looking forward to more video game goodness, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But initially, yeah. I mean, like, it seemed like they showed everything yesterday, right? So, like, I was kind of curious as to what else they could possibly show us. And yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything from the site. I don't see anything on the Twitches. Like, usually if they're going to do the live stream, right, they start, a few minutes ahead of time, but I haven't seen anything, so I don't know if maybe they're having technical difficulties. I honestly have no idea. So I'm just going to sit here, and whenever it starts, I guess, it starts. I mean, initially, I was under the impression, under the first Warhammer Skull, not the one that was yesterday, because yesterday they showed, like, pretty much everything. Dark Tide, Rogue Trader, right? Immortal Empires for Warhammer Total War. Bolt Gun, I'm excited for Bolt Gun. Space Marine 2. Warp Forge, the card game. Shooters Blood and Teeth, the orc game. I'm excited for that one. Battle Sector, I mean, I thought that one was really cool. World of Tanks, getting some skins. Getting some skins. And Tacticus and Horus Heresy Legions. So I'm kind of curious, like, what, like, I mean, I was under the impression. I mean, was I wrong? Let's see here. Let's go Skulls. Yeah, 1st to the 8th. Right? I mean, like, here, let me pull up the window. Whoops. That window. I guess it should be this window. Hold on. There we go. So, Warhammer Skulls, right? 1st to the 8th. I wasn't dreaming that, right? Like, this was just, 23rd of May. You're going to give us a whole bunch of stuff starting on 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. So I'm going to assume that they're possibly having technical difficulties, in which case the stream itself is not happening. I don't know. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Sophie, evening all. Are we showing more computer games? I thought we were. I was under the impression we were, but apparently we're not. So I'm just going to sit here and sip coffee and give it a few more moments, and then I'm going to go back to doing what it was that I was doing. I mean, I enjoy hanging out with y'all, but I got stuff to do. Stoof. Not just stoof, but stoof. Yeah, I don't see squat. Squat. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Oi. Thank you. Wisty Gaming. There we go. There we go. Easy. It's okay now. It's okay. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Wisty Gaming. I think the only Twitch day was yesterday. Oh, really? Sarah. Hillary. Hello, Sarah. Was it just yesterday? Really? Because, like I was just showing here a moment ago, the ad says for the 8th or for the 1st to the 8th, and I thought we were getting more. I wasn't sure what exactly we could possibly be getting, but yeah. But doesn't usually Warhammer community, don't they stream anyway all weekday? I don't even see them up on Twitch. So I am inclined to believe that there's some sort of a snafu. Maybe it wasn't for the first, because it seemed like it was a pretty complete presentation yesterday. It seemed like it was something they just put together, bang, uploaded it, and we just basically all watched the presentation together, right? Essentially, and yeah. Westy, loving the mustache, thank you. I think the other 6 days is for the special offers. Oh, really? No, it was disappointing for the most part. Really, you were disappointed? I was thoroughly enthralled, mind you. I'm using enthralled here, people. With what was it? I mean, Dark Tide looks like a lot of fun. Rogue Trader, interesting. Looks very, very interesting. I mean, who doesn't want to be a rogue trader? Just run around, acquiring all the mightiest heroes within the Imperium. Total War, of course, Total War, right? Total War is huge. This one here, I was very excited about. Bolt Gun. This one here just, I think, is like geared towards all of us old school nostalgia freaks, right? And because essentially this looks like, a Doom port. And I'm in for a Doom port. Like this is classic Doom. This isn't like the 3D graphics Doom. Like Space Marine looks fun. I hope the multiplayer is more expansive in Space Marine 2. I hope that we get like more like 20 versus 20 kind of combat in the game. Warp Forge card game. Card games. I'm not huge into card games, but this Orc one, Shoota's Blood and Teeth. Yeah, I'm in for this. This looks like just good fun. I mean, orcs are always kind of comic relief in my opinion, and this looks like this delivers on that hilarity. Battle Sector, I played Battle Sector. I have it on the Xbox, and I enjoy it. I think it's really good. It's well put together. It runs well. The only issue I have with it on Xbox is the multiplayer. Joining games seems to be a pain in the bum, right in the ass. World of Tanks. Unfortunately, it's only PC, but I love that the E100 is Ultramarine tank. That's hilarious. Tacticus, Legions, all the mobile games. I thought there was a bunch of other games that they showed, but apparently not quite. But anyway. Legio Mortis. Getting any pre-order stuff on Saturday? Am I getting any pre-order stuff? I don't plan on it, but that should not stop any of you from acquiring said pre-orders. What is the pre-order this coming Saturday? I believe we are looking at the Heresy, I believe, right? All the hype that has been funneling in for Horus Heresy is finally going to pay off for everybody. And yeah, I mean, everybody out there, I mean, like, honestly, looking at the box, it is an army in a box. So anybody who was curious about Horus Heresy and wants to get into the game, you have an army in a box. So whatever the price point is, you're buying a army in a box, because you can paint all those Space Marines all one chapter or Legion. And for every 40k player out there, you can either expand upon your Space Marines or start Space Marines, and it's an army in a box, and you're buying about anywhere from 15 to 2,000 points worth of troops in that box for whatever the price point is. And I think the price point is fairly reasonable. It's expensive, but it's reasonable in comparison to everything else as far as buying like army deals, because a lot of times whenever like I see the prices in Canadian, and a lot of time the army deals, they're about $500, so around that ballpark, after taxes kind of thing, right? And I mean, the rumors that I'm seeing for the price point for this box is like half that. So it's I mean, like, these boxes they're gonna move. These boxes are gonna move, and I don't think any amount of hype would have made that sale any less precarious. Because I think these boxes are just going to sell, because there's so many Space Marine players, there's so many people who are interested in Space Marines, that this box. I think they could have just said, yeah, Horus Heresy, it's going to come out by around this date. Save your pennies. Bang, the release date comes out, and they would fly off the shelves. They would just fly right off the shelves. I don't think any amount of hype was necessary to sell anybody on these bottles. I don't think so. Sophie, are you going to be destroying playing Ash in more battle reports? Not seeing the final match yet, but I would put money on you winning, Kris. I hope, Sophie, you don't gamble a lot. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you're not much of a gambler. Westy, I thought with the amount of hype, they would have shown a little more than the same trailer for Space Marine. Gameplay for Dark Tide would have been nice. Total War 3, as much as I love it, was a pointless appearance in yesterday's thing. Boltstorm was cool. The mobile stuff needs to stop, but it won't. No, the mobile stuff, no, that won't stop. And in fact, as cell phones or smartphones and such get more powerful, you're going to see more and more gaming, right? That's just where it's heading. You're going to see more and more games being developed. And in fact, because you have like Apple, where basically they have a really powerful CPU in their smartphones. And of course, many other smartphones also have very powerful CPU and GPUs in them, that you're just going to see more and more graphic intense type of video games on the mobile. And I didn't really realize it at the time, but in an Xbox, the CPU is the same as a mobile processor. It's not like a PC's processor. It's more of like a mobile. And in fact, the coding on an Xbox is more like mobile coding. So yeah, the trend is towards smaller and smaller, more powerful graphics and such. And yeah, we're just going to see more and more of this stuff. Yeah, I think we've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled, I think. G-Dubs bamboozled us. Because I'm not seeing any live streams, and short of you guys asking me a bunch of questions and stuff, I'm probably going to end the stream because, yeah, it's not looking like it's happening. Unless, of course, they've had some sort of catastrophe. I don't know. Or maybe it was only intended to be one day. But then why give us the 1st of the 8th kind of thing, right? So I don't know. Unless, of course, maybe the companies themselves are doing presentations, but that wasn't communicated very well. So if that's the case, Legio, yeah, Horus Heresy 2.0. Oh yeah, 100%. So that's coming pre-order, and I have no idea what's coming for future pre-orders. The hype train has just been Horus Heresy, right? All the hype. Yeah, we're getting some Necromunda stuff, the Leagues of Votan, stuff like that. But I have no idea how far away that is. I always assume about summer. I assume summer as far as I guess we're into summer now because it's freaking June. Sophie, thought they'd do a VR game sort of first-person shooter. Yeah, I thought the VR game was Sister of Battle. I thought that was a VR game, isn't it? I don't know. I don't get to sit down too often to play video games. On the Xbox, if I'm sitting down to play video games, it is World of Tanks or Battle Sector. I've played a little bit of Sandstorm as well. I still like to do some. Back when Battlefield 3 was still a thing, yeah, I played a hell out of Battlefield 3. I love the Battlefield series. I'm not much of a Call of Duty player, just because it always seems like a reskin of previous games. It doesn't seem like they've ever really updated the game engine itself. And yeah, so yeah. Westy Gaming pretty much confirmed for UK as 180 British pound. So okay, it's pretty close to that 500 point, right? I think. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out this Saturday. Yeah. Westy, I'm down for mobile games, but the same P2W stuff. I'd rather play. Just pay for the game. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is that microtransactions, that is a Pandora's box that was opened. Who was basically the first to really kind of capitalize on it? Fortnite? I think it was Fortnite that was really capitalizing. Free game but you pay for all the cosmetics, and the company's worth billions, right? For a free game. And you see it a lot, right? Like you see it in Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, right? Where is it Modern Warfare? Yeah. And free to play, but for all the cosmetics and all that stuff, you got to pay, right? So, yeah. And that's just where we're at. It's, it's free games, but you pay for all the other auxiliary stuff, expansions, DLCs, and, all that stuff, right? Westy Gaming, Chaos for 40K will be next pre-order. Oh, you think so? Okay. Sophie, quick ask more questions so we get a full stream. Yeah, I mean, I'm just still, I'm holding out. We're 15 minutes past the time, and I'm sitting here like a chump. The G-Dub teams is making me look foolish at the moment. And yeah, that's no bueno. It's no bueno. Yeah, because, I feel lied to. You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling lied to. And yeah, because was it just the one friggin' day of reveals and that was it? Because a few days ago they said it was like the 1st of the 8th, so I was expecting to be streaming like a few days if I could, and yeah, it's making me feel a little low right now. You know what, G-Dub, you hurt me today, and this is something we don't easily forgive or forget. Kid, guess I'll be getting Rogue Trader. Owlcat's games have been pretty solid. No idea if their adoption of the rules for RT will be 1-to-1 or not, however. Yeah, I mean, with a video game, when you have translations from, obviously RPGs to digital, there's often something lost. It's just like, when you look at books to movies kind of thing, or books to TV shows, right? There's always something that gets lost in translation and in the adaptation and everything like that. So yeah, I would expect it. I would expect it not to be as comprehensive, and definitely do not be holding your expectations, unrealistically, right? Like, keep them grounded. And that way, when you view it, you can view it with fresh eyes, go, oh, okay, this is a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting them to do this. It's a shame that they didn't do this. You know what I mean? And you can evaluate it much more logically like that, right? So, yeah. Westy Gaming, yeah, model of the month over here is Chaos Marine, so I would assume so. True, yeah. And we did a few weeks back, it feels like we got a bunch of Chaos stuff, but I thought that was more like the Kill Team. Now my memory's getting foggy. But yeah. Oh no, that's right, because we got Possessed and stuff like that, right? Like the Spawn and everything like that. Yeah, there was a bunch of Chaos stuff. Man, that feels like weeks and weeks ago. Yeah, I'm thinking that I've been bamboozled. G-Dubs has bamboozled me, for sure. Bamboozled. I have been bamboozled. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. I am Kris's disappointment. Yeah, I don't even see them streaming. Like, don't they normally stream weekdays? Right? Don't they normally stream? I don't see nothing. And I don't think it was up to me to be holding up this party, because, yeah. Westy, so Kill Team gets released Saturday. Knights came 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Everything's been building towards this Horus Heresy. After that, no idea. I have no clues. Sophie, the games shown so far do look good, but I've never gotten into video games. I've just stuck to tabletop gaming, not that I play much anyway. Sure. I mean, we're all busy, and, we all have lives, school, work, family, all that stuff, right? And those are more important than video games and tabletop games and hobbying and stuff like that. Like, that's just when you have free time, right? Excuse me. But yeah, same here. I don't have a lot of time for video games, despite, video games going on in my household very often. My daughter plays on the computer a lot. She plays a lot of like Overwatch, Valorant, Dead by Daylight. My son plays a lot of Dead by Daylight, and he's been playing the Evil Dead game. That one's actually pretty cool. Yeah. I think for video games, especially in the Warhammer 40,000, realm, there should be more horror games, and I think Dark Tide, is gonna, fill that niche. I think, although that looks more like Left 4 Dead, it doesn't quite look like a horror game, right? Whereas if you were playing like a lone cultist, or a lone, imperial citizen moving through the Underhive, or any imperial world for them, it doesn't have to be Underhive. It can be, anywhere really, and there's demons and monsters and aliens, and like there's a huge plethora of horror scenarios that a character can find themselves in the universe of Warhammer 40,000. I'm thinking specifically Age of Sigmar. Sure, there's opportunities for telling scary stories, but Warhammer 40,000 is just a real, like, the universe lore itself is just a huge shit show of horror, right from within the Imperium and without, right? It's just huge, and yeah, there's plenty of room to tell all sorts of freaky deaky kinds of stories and such, right? Sophie, what? Hold on, did Kris just confirm free and time actually go together? Yeah, you don't have to be Stephen Hawking to figure that one out, kid. I mean, if you are Stephen Hawking, I guess I'm talking to a ghost, because that man no longer with us. Well, yeah, I want to thank Games Workshop for getting me hyped up for something that isn't happening, and yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. I was looking forward to this because I was genuinely curious as to what they could possibly be showing off today, and apparently, yeah, they bamboozled, because there ain't nothing going on. I've got the Twitch thing going, and I don't see them popping up. So either they've had something catastrophic happen, or it just wasn't happening and it was a miscommunication and what have you. But either way, yeah. So I'm going to hang out for another few minutes just to talk to you guys, because, some of you are showing up here and everything like that. I can see both the Twitch and the YouTubes. And so, yeah, let's do a quick Q&A. It's Q&A time, kids. It's Q&A. Do we have music for Q&A? I don't think we have music for Q&A. I'm not even going to try and sing. Q&A. There. No, that's it. Sophie, thanks for the quick stream. Cheered me up today. Well, you got a question, Sophie? Come on. You must have a question. Anything. It can be anything related. This is under the banner of Way the Brush. So anything flies under Way the Brush. It's not specific. We're not talking tutorials. We're not talking any kind of particular game. Any question. Let's try and keep it hobby. Oh, nice. Now the bots are showing up. Sweet. Can I extinguish the bots from here? Yes, I can. There we go. Got rid of them. But anybody but the fucking things still show up on the chat. Nice. Anyway. Yeah, nice. Man. Come on, let's get some comments here. Alright, you know what? I'll just kill the chat for the moment. There we go. Now watch, another bot will probably hit me here in a sec. More bots. Goddamn bots. Anyway. No, you guys don't got any questions? Nobody has any burning questions to ask? Like, not burning questions, but... questions in regards to anything. I'm just going to sit here and sip a coffee then. This is going to be the most boring stream ever, because I thought this was a day 2 thing. Apparently, I was wrong. I was misled. I was misled. I was bamboozled. And yeah, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Again, Games Workshop, you hurt me. You hurt me. I'm just going to sit here in quiet disgust. Disgust! You know, in movies and stories and such, right? When you have the hero and he's a good guy and everything like that, and then one bad thing happens to him and he becomes the villain. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. This is the kind of thing, right? You build up false expectations. You leave a guy hanging to dry, and he's going to become a villain. You're just making villains. Is all you're doing when you do this kind of stuff. Is you're making villains. Like, let's get a grip, right? I'm upset because I'm live streaming and like there's nothing to talk about because it's not happening. Again, we don't know. There could have been a massive thing happen today, and you know there's a very valid reason why they're not doing the presentation today. And then here I am like, oh, I'm inconvenienced, right? No, that's the wrong attitude to have. That's the wrong attitude to have because again, it's all fun. It's fun in games until somebody I was gonna say get hurt, but not quite. Sophie, cheeseburger and chicken drumsticks and chips for my dinner. Not decided. You said any question. Seriously though, did you like episode 3 of Kenobi? Oh, did I like episode 3 of Kenobi? Holy moly. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Man, it's not what I was expecting. Although we do spoiler. Okay, spoiler. If you've not watched episode 3 of Kenobi, huge spoiler coming. So plug your ears, turn the channel off, whatever. Come back after you've watched this to hear my thoughts on episode 3 of Kenobi. But okay, everybody left? Oh yeah, the numbers dropped right to 0. So everybody left. So anyway, yeah, Kenobi. Darth Vader. Straight up murdering. That completely changed the way you look at in Rogue One at the end when he's going through and he's lightsabering up all those rebel troops, just slaughtering them. And you think, holy shit, Darth Vader, he's not a very good guy, is he? He's a bad guy. This episode 3 of Kenobi, solidified that moment in Kenobi makes Rogue One seem rather pedestrian. And yeah, because like we already seen how bad Anakin has become in episode 3. And this just adds more to, yeah, like Darth Vader, like Anakin Skywalker is gone. It's Darth Vader. And Darth Vader is not a good guy, right? And I think it adds more gravity to the fact of how Darth Vader changes when he realizes he has a son. And that is the turning point for Anakin as Darth Vader learns he has a son and he starts to gravitate back towards Anakin again. And so I think that's very, very interesting. And you fucking bots, piss off with the bots. There we go. Boom. Bots can piss all the way off. No, more bots. Are you high? What is going on? There's so many bots. Nathaniel, Monkey Lord turns to the dark side, and it's all GW's fault. Yeah, exactly, right? It's all GW's. It's all GW's fault. This is how you make villains. This is how you make a villain. You have a perfectly good person who gets wronged, and they turn to the dark side, right? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to be one of those channels that just talks crap about Games Workshop all the time. No, okay, here's my thoughts on that kind of thing. Because I do see it quite a bit. around, the interwebs, channels who get a lot of clicks for negative posting about Games Workshop, right? Overpriced, doing this, exploitive behavior. You know what I mean? Like all these different things. And I don't know, as a content creator, I don't know how you can maintain doing that without being, taken down with it emotionally and your own mental health, just being negative about all these things. Like, I don't understand that, because as the comments keep pouring in and everybody else is feeding into this negativity, and it becomes this feedback loop of negativity, and all it does is it keeps bringing you down, 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 down. And I don't understand how somebody can think that is actually a good way to make content, like without insulting anybody, or trying not to insult anybody, but like, it's pretty scummy. Just to kind of cultivate this negativity, only because, again, like I said, you feel like you're entitled to something, right? Well, I've been in this game for 30 years. I've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on Games Workshop products. They owe me, right? And it's these fucking bots, I swear to God. All of you in YouTube, are you guys seeing this craziness? Like, holy shit. Yeah. And I don't understand, all that negativity, because all that does is it creates this massive feedback loop of bullshit. And like, how can you feel good at the end of the day making videos just talking crap about stuff? And I'm not talking just about Games Workshop stuff, but like any of the clickbaity type of content creators out there in any genre, not just tabletop gaming related, but like, everything out there. Like, how can you feel good? You know what I mean? Like, because you're caught in this feedback loop of just negativity, and you'll just spiral down, 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 down. And like, I don't understand how that can help anybody, how that can be even healthy for the content creator. Because it would start to skew their worldview on things, because they're constantly surrounded and in this echo chamber of negativity. And I don't understand how people can just exist like that. It just does not seem very, very healthy. And like, even myself, if I disagree with a particular company's, method of operation, I mean, like, I don't dwell on it. I chalk it up to what it is, and it's business as usual. And I always view corporations, video games, tabletop companies, whatever, through that lens of they're looking to make a profit first and foremost. And all their decisions are based upon that. And then that does, you chalk it up to that, because, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but, it's just, it's annoying, and I don't understand how so many people can do that, right? Sophie, it's a bank holiday, Jubilee tomorrow, they're probably off work. Oh, you think they're all done? Well, I mean, they were posting, well, I guess they can schedule the shit, right? But, yeah. Sophie, I don't watch those shows, much prefer the shows with laughs, good reviews, and banter. Yeah, same here. I mean, like, with all of the problems we have in the world, do we really need to have this internet space be consumed by it as well? Right? Is it just human nature to just kind of constantly dwell on these negative points and not really see the positives? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because, again, largely on the internet, it's all bullshit, right? It's all bullshit. So, what you're seeing on the internet doesn't really matter. Now, of course, when you're looking at things like, say, the news and everything that, where they're reporting on the news, sure, that is real events occurring now. But an opinion on something, it's just an opinion, right? Like, everyone has an opinion. And if everybody's opinion is equally valid, then one person's opinion is just that. And really carries like next to no weight, because again, it's just one opinion. When people start putting their faith in that one opinion, and they themselves echo that person, you know, it's just, you're not even thinking for yourself at that point. Oh, because I follow this person and they said this, so that must be true, right? And so, you know, now I realize that it also, you know, is a level of education and things like that, but yeah. Sophie, maybe GW hasn't sent them free samples and they're taking the huff. Taking the huff, what does that mean? Like they're just taking off? Oh, you UK people and your expressions. What do you mean, you people? Fire Drake, your hate sustains me. It's better than your Wagyu beef. Num num num. My Wagyu beef? There's a Wagyu farm. Actually, not, well, it's about an hour away from me. But we pass by it whenever we're heading up, like kind of further north. And yeah, I've always been meaning to stop by. I didn't see any of the cows though. It's a great big farm, big thing saying Wagyu beef. Wagyu? Am I saying that right? And yeah, it's, I never see any cows. I mean, is the whole farm just dedicated to one cow? I don't know, but anyway, yeah. Sophie, everyone had to make a profit from the single content providers to big companies or they'll not exist. Yeah, true. I mean, you know, like jumping on the GW hate bandwagon, I mean, it's largely pointless. It's largely pointless. And, you know, a lot of the times when we're talking about people who are just jumping on the bandwagon of just hating on Games Workshop, a lot of times their complaints are either childish, unwarranted, and are often, you know, the points they raise are often refuted right away, right? And, you know, it's really when you examine it, their claims or their statements, that you get like, well, no, I mean, like, the only reason like you get a lot of this stuff is because people feel entitled to it, right? And that's kind of a problem. That's kind of a problem. That kind of mindset is a problem. And you like, I'm of the mindset you're entitled to nothing. You're entitled to nothing in this world. And, you know, if you're looking for happiness, you have to find happiness. Happiness isn't going to find you. You have to go find it. Just like everything in life, you have to make it happen. You determine your reality. And if you want to live in a world of shit, then keep staying on the negative side of things. You want to live in a world that you can live in and be happy with. It's not always happy. That's unrealistic as well, right? You have to have moments of darkness to appreciate the light. And you have to have, you know, moments of light to appreciate the darkness. And you have to appreciate both. You have to appreciate both. Fire Drake, luxury beef, Kris. They're probably indoors with the air conditioning getting massages. So delicious. Stop, you're making me hungry. And I just ate before I started the stream. That apparently is not happening. Yeah, I'm still kind of salty. I'm salty. Kris is salty today. I'm a little bit salty. And yeah, because I have other things that I have to attend to. And yeah, the G-Dubs team has let me down. They've let me down. They've let me down. I'm sorry, I'm leaving the chat off just because for whatever reason bots keep showing up. So yeah. Sophie, everyone had to make a profit from a single oh no, I already read that one. Sophie, huff as in sulking as in, oh, that content provider gets a free box set and I didn't, so I'll trash GW sort of thing. And I did see that initially. Well, you see it every once in a while. Somebody, you know, oh, Games Workshop didn't send me a box or a product or whatever. Oh, I hate GW now, and I'm going to just talk shit about them. Like, what? Like, that's so stupid. Like, again, because they think they're entitled. And, like, occasionally I'll get review copies of stuff, you know, like plenty of the videos that I create, you know. Games Workshop does send me review copies of things, and a huge thank you to them for doing that. But I do not expect anything. I do not expect anything. And when something shows up, I'm like, oh, I got something very, very cool. It's kind of like my birthday kind of thing. It's like, oh, what did they send? And it's like, oh, okay, very cool. I'll make a video talking about this, right? And that's it. If they don't send me, and like there's plenty of stuff since we started doing this, that there's plenty of stuff that they have not sent me, and I wasn't salty about it, you know. Yeah, you know, because I fully expect at some point they'll just stop sending me stuff because for whatever reason, right? Will it change my attitude towards them? No. Standing me up like this is going to change my attitude on things. Not sending me stuff? No, I'm fine. But yeah, standing me up on a date, yeah, that's gonna get my ire up for sure. Fire Drake, I don't subscribe to those channels, but I do watch them from time to time. Creators like Gamza are good at calling out GW, but he nitpicks. Well, sure. I've heard of the name. I've never watched any of those videos from that creator, but I've heard of that creator. But yeah, like, you know, no, I don't really tune in for it. I don't tune in. And when you look at like my YouTube feed, I have like next to no game related content that shows up on my feed. It's a lot of science and politics, math, physics, and some video game stuff, and some fun stuff, music, lots of music. But otherwise, yeah, like out of say the first page of recommendations, it's rare to see one wargaming related video, and usually everything else of mine is other stuff, because it's the stuff that really kind of engages me. Wargaming and stuff like that is fun, and I like to keep it fun. And you know, yeah, people are going to talk crap, and it's usually the same talking points from these people hating on Games Workshop. Overpriced, right? Crap sculpting, or it's usually just overpriced. Oh, bad rules. Badly written rules. That's the other one, right? So it's overpriced, badly written rules. Yeah, and that's it. And like like that, I just summed up like the last 5,000 videos from probably every shit talking content creator out there about Games Workshop. That's their main talking points. It's overpriced, badly written rules. That's always, I mean, you know, like that's why I don't tune in, because it's always those same talking points. It's always the same. Like, you know, you can talk about things in more of a compare and contrast kind of fashion, right? I like the way the game does this. I'm not particularly fond of the way they handle this. I like that this is the way it's written. I'm not particularly fond of this particular rule, the way it interacts with, say, these other rules, right? And you can talk about it in a very logical fashion, in a compare and contrast kind of way. But just straight up, oh, it's overpriced garbage. That's why I'm getting into 3D printing. Like, what? Like that does not make any sense. That does not make any sense. And yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Again, it's always the same talking points. And you see it a lot in a lot of other fields as well. It's always the same talking points. Always. It's like a broken record. And I always think of, you know, the famous saying. It's always attributed to Einstein. I don't know if he actually said it, but, you know, his quote on insanity, right? That's what I'm talking about. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's what I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing. It's insanity. It's insanity. Same talking points, expecting different results. I mean, if they're really, really serious about wanting something to change, then you got to do it in the real world. So, for example, everybody who's shitting on Games Workshop and hates on Games Workshop, well, just stop buying their product. Stop talking about the product. Stop engaging with it. Just stop. Just stop. That's it. That's all you got to do. Is just stop, right? And once more and more people are withdrawing, they'll take notice and go, oh, well, why are people withdrawing? Oh, well, because the rules are inconsistent. Oh, the price points are, you know, really high and nobody can afford it. And you know what I mean? Like, they'll look at it from a very real marketing standpoint and go, oh, well, we need to make changes. Otherwise, we're going to die, right? And no company wants to die. Every company out there is about making money, making huge amounts of money, and they like making huge amounts of money. And so when you start affecting that bottom line, and talking shit about them isn't the way to go. Is in fact disengaging completely. It just disappears from your day to day, especially if it's adding stress to you. Like if you're sitting there angry and huffing and puffing about this stuff, stop. It's probably the most healthy thing for you to stop and not engage with this stuff. It's probably better for you and your stress levels. Again, it's win-win, right? Anyway, disco. That's the way to see it. GW is under no obligation to provide samples for preview. Obviously, they gain by the promotion, but for the recipients, it's all good. Yeah, I mean, I expect nothing from Games Workshop. I expect nothing from them, except when they tell me that there's a presentation and it doesn't happen. At least, say, Kris. Yeah, you can cool the jets today because it's not happening. The hype train, it's at a stop. It missed its stop today, apparently. I don't know. But, yeah. Because here I am, sitting here like a sucker, talking to you schlubs. Everybody's like, hey, fuck you, man. We're not a bunch of plebs. Anyway, Fire Drake. On the other side, I hate creators who think GW has fine, nothing wrong ever. Again, yeah. Everybody who's all, Teletubbies and rainbows and sunshine about Games Workshop, yeah, that's unrealistic as well. Again, it should be more of a logical compare and contrast kind of thing. There's things you can really like about it, and there's things you can be really not like about it, and you can talk about it logically. And these fucking bots are back. Okay, if I ever needed an excuse to stop the stream, this is it. These fucking bots can fuck off. Fuck off, bots. I'm gonna just name this stream that. Fuck off, bots. I mean, they're aggressive today. Why are they so aggressive today? And I don't know why they're bothering me, because it's not like I have high viewership or anything like that. I don't understand. They just be fucking with me, I guess. Sophie, I never get anything free from GW unless you count my dad buying it. I guess. Fire Drake, does your dad buy GW stuff for anybody else, Sophie? Yeah, because if your dad's buying stuff, I mean, yeah, then, you can just send me a voucher. Just, put my email address in, voucher, bang, and you can send it off to me, and, and we'd be solid, Sophie. We'd be solid. We'd be pals, like fist bump. Fist bump. Go ahead, fist bump. Okay? We'd be pals, for sure. Sophie, nope, Fire Drake, just me. Fire Drake, you've made it, Kris. When the bots attack, you're doing something right. Yeah, I mean, man, it's the same bot name, but different, and sentence. Well, I mean, you guys can see it on YouTube. You can see what the name is. And I mean, if you want to click it, feel free. Oh, no, I've hidden them, so they should not be there anymore, right? The chat should be empty, I mean, I still see it, but I don't know if you guys still see it. But anyway, yeah, because when you hide them, it just makes them disappear. And it's one of the best functions in YouTube, because it's one click and it removes everything of theirs from your channel. So if there's other videos that they are spamming, yeah, it removes them all, which is pretty handy. And of course, it most likely will get the account deleted as well. Hopefully. Show them bastards. Yeah, so we are we're almost an hour, 48 minutes in. I don't even see G-Dub still streaming. So, yeah. I don't know. And if anybody from G-Dubs is watching, WTF. WTF, mates. Because, yeah. I got stuff to do. I'm behind on stuff. I gotta hurry up. It's kind of like when you're trying to cram before a final. Yeah, Kris is cramming right now. I'm cramming. Not cramping, cramming. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end the stream because, yeah, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. I'm not gonna write them a sternly worded email or anything like that, but I'm just a little disappointed. Legion, there are some things that you can't really vote with your wallet for, like GW not crediting artists anymore. Sure, but you can... Disengaging, they're going to notice that, right? And then when inevitably a company does make those kind of steps, they often will follow up with questionnaires. And like, why was this? And what do you like about this? And you know what I mean? And that's your opportunity to tell them why you left and why, you know, these things occurred and why they are taking those steps. And you tell them it's because you don't credit your artists, you don't credit your writers, you don't credit, you know, the storytellers, you don't, whatever it is, right? And yeah, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, like, they're a company, and once you start affecting their bottom line, they'll take notice. They will, because they want to keep making money. They like making money. They're all about making money. The whole endeavor is about making money. It's like a game. Hungry, hungry hippos. And I've never really, like, to go off on another tangent here. Hungry, hungry hippos. If you're not familiar with it, give it a quick Google. Hungry, hungry hippo. Or hippos. Can't remember if it's plural or singular. It's a game from way back in the day. And basically it's 4 hippos, 4 colored hippos. And you drop a big pile of marbles into this little arena. And you mash your hippo, and the hippos try and grab as many marbles as they can. And that is actually a good metaphor for our world today. That we have on all sides a hippo trying to consume a fixed resource as much as possible. And whoever has the most is the winner. Except, in this metaphor, whoever has the most has contributed to our own downfall the most. Because that's what's happening. We're in a fixed resource game, and we think that it's an infinite amount of resource. Like, even the sun, we think of the sun as an infinite resource. But no, we know that the sun will eventually burn out. Yes, it's billions of years from now, but it is a fixed resource, right? In our short little blinks of a lifespan, it feels infinite, but it's a fixed resource. And I think the universe is like that everything is fixed. There's nothing, and even space possibly is fixed. But yeah, fuck off, bots. Holy shit. Memes of Warhammer. Only Chaos Gods, so only Nurgle games? Fire Drake, let's make up our own rumors. Let's make up rumors? Okay, well, alright. I mean, the craziest rumors wins, I guess, really. Sophie, Warhammer themed portrait. Nice idea. Warhammer themed portrait. What? Fire Drake, I heard that the Squats are a subsect of the Eldar and their attempt to create another god to fight Slanesh. Legit. Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, the Squats are a creation of the Eldari. And they're looking to, create a new god. A squat god. A small god. Who can hide in the warp and spring his trap. Or maybe... Okay, here we go. I got it. I've got it. The god of the Squats, okay, is in fact Vol. That's what it is. They pray to Vol. And so they're a subsect of Eldari culture that maybe, for whatever reason, became real small, and they're making their own god, and they're trying to bring back Vol so they can bring back all the mighty war engines of yesteryear. Whatever. Memes of Warhammer. Tyranids. No more Squats. LOL. Yeah, well, I mean, we've talked about this many times in the past. In Warhammer 40,000, the only 2 factions that I think should be in the end, like as far as like the end of the galaxy, it should be Tyranids and Necrons. Right? Because Tyranids are destroy all life, Tyranids are consume all life, and there's no stopping the Tyranids, and I don't think anybody's technologically strong enough to take on the Necrons. The only ones who were strong enough to take on the Necrons was the old ones with the help of their creations. But the old ones aren't around, and Eldar are shattered, the Orcs are everywhere, and Jakaro are rare, right? It's like finding a unicorn. So, yeah. The Necrons are the ones who will win, or the Tyranids. And it's just those two fighting it out in the galaxy. Right? Maybe. Fire Drake, I heard Magnus was wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. See, realistically, the Horus Heresy is a lesson in believing hearsay. And in fact, it should be Horus Hearsay. Because everybody's talking crap about each other, and then all of a sudden everybody starts fighting. It's like, well, no, we didn't do nothing. And then, they were getting attacked. And, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so it should be the Horus Hearsay. Because, you know, they were falling to their own rumors and their own pride. But, anyway. All right, man, we streamed for like 55 minutes already, and I think we're done. Memes of Warhammer. To be sure, Necrons don't repopulate, and they can fall to chaos if you corrupt their pylons. Can they be corrupted? I've not seen anything about Necrons being corrupted, because at least in the old lore, Necrons are immune to warp energy. Maybe not immune is not the right word, but they're not affected by it. And in fact, they are in the old lore, they are the ones who separated real space and warp space and made the two dimensions through their vast advanced technology. Because Necrons should be, other than the old ones, they should have the most advanced technology, because they're the ones who can travel faster than light. So they have access to power systems that allows them to travel faster than light, whereas everybody else has to use warp space and everything like that. Necrons can just take off, and you know what I mean? You have to have access to a huge amount of energy to be able to do that. And so, yeah, the Necron technology is supposed to be really, really advanced, and you're talking like millions of years. So, you know, nobody else can touch Necron technology, but except Tyranids. Tyranids, you know, they don't really rely on technology. Life is their technology, and life, it changes and evolves, and you know, yeah. Again, I mean, it's made up stuff, and we can talk till we're blue in the face about who would win, but yeah. Who would win between Tyranids and Necrons? I don't know. Flip a coin, really. But I think in the grand scheme of Warhammer 40,000 universe, yeah, everybody's gone. It's Tyranids have consumed the galaxy, and the Necrons have been constantly destroying life, right? Because Necrons scour their entire planets clear of life, even right down to the microbes, right? They just scour the entire planet, just completely dead. And also they have the Tyranids have a void in space for their hive mind, but apparently Necrons do it as well. So psychic energy is not they're immune to psychic energy. And I think that's why I don't think you could have chaos corrupting Necrons, because there's a bubble around them where they're psychic nulls, right? Because, you know, they're not alive. And the warp is a mirror of our universe of life. They're a mirror of life. So Tyranids being corrupted by chaos, sure, but they have a big protective bubble around them that would protect them from the warp energy. That's why you don't really get warped Tyranids, right? Which would make sense, because the demons can't get close to them because there's this big null zone around them, and same with the Necrons. So yeah, everybody else is susceptible to chaos apparently, but I don't think Tyranids or Necrons really should be, because yeah, they have that psychic null zone around them. Sophie, my main grumble about GW is canceling armies and games, though it's understandable. Sure, those are marketing decisions. When they cancel games, it's because it doesn't sell. And if it doesn't sell, you know, if it's not popular and it's not, you know, cost effective for them to continue to produce, yeah, they'll drop it. It's a business decision. It's not like they say, oh, screw the community, we're going to stop Warhammer Fantasy. Ha ha ha! Make all these little neckbeards lose their minds. No, that wasn't their goal. Their goal was because nobody was buying the shit, right? That was the reason why, because nobody was buying it. Fire Drake. I also heard chaos isn't real. It's just a system of control to keep the population separated and to fund the military. Yeah. Memes of Warhammer. They don't have souls, however, they can technically fall since the chaos admech can corrupt the pylons. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're saying like corrupted admech can corrupt a pylon? Is there a story where that occurs? Because then, yeah, I mean, if there's a story that occurs, then sure, right? But otherwise, I wouldn't think so. But that's somebody having fun with, you know, the universe. And again, nothing's fixed, right? It's all fiction. So the story can change here and there. I mean, it's, you know, it's not like, you know, it's set in stone, right? And again, and they can retcon it as well. They can always go back and change it, right? The emperor of mankind, they can retcon it and make him a woman. They can do it. It's their IP. They can do it, right? They can make the Primarchs half the Primarchs. They can make them all half female. They can do it. They can retcon it all they want, right? It's their property. It's their property. It's not yours. It's theirs. Memes Warhammer, did you know that there are also Gene Stealer orcs? Yeah, way back in the day, yeah. Gene Stealers were the ones that you could get a lot of cross mutations. So like there used to be Gene Stealer Eldar, used to be Gene Stealer orcs. You used to get like the hybrids, and they used to have models for them. The hybrid Gene Stealer hybrids that would be, you know, from orcs or Eldar or, you know, whatever, Space Marines, humans, whatever, right? So yeah, I knew that. Man, I've been in this thing for 30 plus years. 30 years. Just over 30 years. Something like that. I'm not sure why I'm bragging that I'm old. Or it sounds like I'm bragging because I'm old, but anyway. Memes Warhammer. They still exist. They became Gru. They became Gru. I don't follow. They became Gru? Like Groot? I am Groot. All right. We're ending the stream. Let's go. We're done. We can't cause any more damage today. Well, I can, but... So, I want to thank you guys for tuning in for this non-existent day 2 stream of previews for video games. It must have been a snafu error. Maybe it wasn't a full 8 days. Maybe they said, no, screw it. We're just going to make it a one-day thing, make a big presentation, everybody watch it, enjoy, and carry on. Of course, it would be nice if they either pulled the article or corrected it or something. Now that I think about it, does it say in the article that it's just a one-day event now? Now it's got me reading the article, like scanning it for, you know, did they just say it was just one-day thing? Maybe they initially thought it was going to be like a full, you know, week of previews, but they said, nah, screw it. Let's just do one big fuck off presentation and call it a day. That could have been it as well. I don't know. But either way, I'm signing off. Thank you for joining and hanging out. And yeah. Fire Drake, did you know there was no Wagyu beef in the 41st millennium? No, there's none? Oh, come on. I gotta imagine there's some Wagyu beef in the 40K. I mean, it can't all be corpse starch, can it? I'd imagine like some agriculture worlds would have tons, like would have great meat. What are they eating? Did they import cows and, you know, 40,000 years later, there's still cows walking about? Are they some sort of mega cow or maybe smaller cows so they're easier to transport? You know, is it some sort of cow hybrid with, you know, some other alien friggin' thing? Like, is there something, you know, is there an actual Wagyu version of a 40K cow? I don't know, you know. There's not much on civilian life, on what life is actually like in Warhammer 40,000, like in the Imperium as a human. There's not a lot. I mean, even though all the stories are all about, you know, the Imperium side of things, there's not a lot outside of talking about Space Marines or Imperial Guard. There's nothing about, like, you know, the actual day-to-day life in the Underhive or, you know, that kind of thing, right? So, yeah. They eat giant lizards. Nope, no more cows. It's all Soylent Green. Yeah, eat giant lizards. Yeah, why not? Sure, giant lizards. Does it have to be just giant lizards? Oh, the fucking bots are back. Fuck off. It's telling me to delete Tinder. I don't have Tinder. Fuck off. I'm getting pissed now. I'm getting pissed. Fucking bots. Fuck you, bots. Sophie, catch you next time or Saturday if I'm streaming. Yeah, we'll see you later, Sophie. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in for this non-existent presentation of day 2. Yeah. Let's get the hell out of here. Enjoy the rest of the day. I should change this thumbnail. I I was bamboozled. The day Games Workshop stood me up. That's what I should title this one. The day Games Workshop stood me up. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of our day. I got stuff to do.